Good evening. This is Laura coming to you with another short video. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the gang stalker being unable to say the words, "I'm sorry." And so why is that? Well, in order to apologize for anything, a person has to have a sense of remorse. And so what is remorse? Remorse is a deep regret or guilt for wrongs committed. Well, as we talked about in my previous video, gang stalkers are sadistic by nature. They're predatorial, which means that they lack that activity in the part of the brain which allows them to feel remorse. They are remorseless people, which means they have no regrets for the actions they have taken, which are clearly wrong. And sometimes, my friend, a lot of us, we beat ourselves up or we scream to the top of our lungs all the reasons why they were wrong and all the reasons why they should apologize. We sit and we wait for the apology, and it's an apology that never comes. And I can guarantee you it will never come. And why is that? Because again, the gang stalker, they have no remorse. They're not sorry. And so that is the reason why I entitled the video, "I'm Not Sorry." And so let's talk about what are some reasons why they can never be sorry or feel remorse. Well, how can you feel sorry when they feel they've done nothing wrong to you? They haven't done anything wrong. What are you talking about? How can they feel sorry when they feel you deserve everything you've gotten from them? The way they treated you, you deserve it, or you made them behave in that way. Remember, it's always someone else's fault. How can they feel sorry or say they're sorry when they lack empathy, when they are remorseless, and when they lack a conscience? Our conscience is our moral guide. It is that guide that helps us to tell the difference, to differentiate between good and evil, good and bad. It is that moral compass that we take with us throughout life. And without the empathy, without the ability to feel remorse, and without any type of a conscience, they will never be able to say, "I'm sorry." And they're not going to say, "I'm sorry." And if you do get an apology, it will be feigned. It will be fake. It will be to avoid punishment for being caught. Basically, they're apologizing for getting caught, or they will feign an apology in order to not taint their reputation for their evil deeds. How can they say they're sorry when they don't feel it's their fault? It's all your fault. Everything that's happening to you, you caused it. If you hadn't said this, if you hadn't acted in this way, if you hadn't looked at me this way, then these things would have never happened to you. If you hadn't had the life that you have, if you hadn't had the personality that you have, if it just boils down to if you didn't have the things that I wanted, then I wouldn't be doing this to you. So it's got to be all your fault. My friend, how can a person say that they're sorry when they enjoy what they're doing? They derive pleasure from it. They feel powerful. They get fuel from it. So what is the purpose of saying I'm sorry? How can someone say that they're sorry when it's going to make them feel invalidated or inferior to the person that they're apologizing to? And we all know that gang stalkers, they have to feel superior. They have to feel validated. They have to be seen. They cannot allow anyone else to make them feel inferior. They would just crumble. It would crush them to have to say those words, which means in their mind, you're superior and they're inferior, because we all know they have to be the top dog at everything. And then how can they say they're sorry when saying I'm sorry is going to make them look vulnerable and weak? We all know that gang stalkers, they're powerful, strong. They have no weakness. They're not vulnerable. Now get this, how can a person say that they're sorry when no one has actually caught them in the act? Remember, the only way that they will apologize if they get caught in the act, and it's to avoid the repercussions of their actions, and it's to preserve their reputation. How can and why should they say they're sorry when everyone thinks that you're crazy or delusional? Why should they apologize? No one believes you anyway. So what purpose would an apology serve? I've got it made in the shade. Nobody believes you. They think that you're delusional. They think that you're making it all up. It's all just a fabricated story. So why apologize? And in the end, why should the gang stalker apologize when deep within their heart they're truly not sorry? And so, my friend, I want to encourage you today. Don't beat yourself up for the apology that you may or may not ever receive. Don't hold your breath waiting on it. Their actions and their behaviors towards you has nothing to do with you as a person, and it has everything to do with them. Do not allow the actions of someone else to affect your life moving forward. You didn't do anything to deserve this. You're not any less of a human being because this is happening to you. And you must continue to move forward in your life. You must continue to feel good about yourself. So, you can hang up a big neon sign in bright green and yellow saying, you know what, you did this, this, and this, and you were wrong. And they will never see it because they're incapable of admitting to wrongs, and they're incapable of seeing that they're wrong. They're incapable of feeling what others feel. And so right off the bat, when you lack that part in your heart and in your mind, you'll never say the words, I'm sorry. And you will never, ever truly be sorry. And that's the sad thing about all of this gang stalking, all of this bullying. It's all because people lack empathy. People have no conscience. They have lost the ability to feel what others feel. They've become numb to feeling anything, to empathizing, to sympathizing. That part of them has been turned off, and it's numb. And just think about it. What a poor way to exist in life. What a poor way to go through life. So I encourage you to move forward. with or without the apology. You didn't deserve this. You deserve better than this. And you deserve to move forward in your life. Okay, so I'm going to wrap the video up at this point. I didn't want to make it too long. If you enjoyed the content of my YouTube channel, if this video resonated with you, please take the time to like, subscribe, share this video with 2 or 3 other people, and comment on this video. What do you think? What's your take on this about remorse and never being able to say, I'm sorry? Leave it in the comment sections below. Stay strong.